Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's Early Morning Intuitive Guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day off well. And we have more snow. My forecast said no snow for 10 days, and we have snow. It's not a bunch, maybe half an inch, but nonetheless, so much for the forecast. Anywho, we'll give it a minute for people to jump on here. We have another Virtues Reflection card today. Good morning, Nancy. Welcome. Glad you're here. You're the first one popping on today. And I love this one. I believe we had it maybe within the last month. And again, I've said this a bazillion times. I'll say it again. Good morning, Abigail. Thank you for all the fun little icons there. Love it. When something shows up repeatedly, we want to pay attention. And as I was thinking about this card and what I wanted to say, good morning, Beth, welcome. All these stories started flooding into my head, both some personal ones and some that I've recently read about, etc. And they fit with this particular card. So I think we'll have a great discussion today. And I gotta grab a drink here. See what you all think about this, because this is going to be about overcoming obstacles. Expansive consciousness will overcome obstacles. We need to get our thinking out of the little box that society has helped put it in and get on with it. Get on with it. So let us begin with some tapping and a little breath. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And it looks like I missed someone saying hi to someone because there's a 4 up there, and I think I've only said hi to 3 of you. There's Mel. Good morning. Glad you're here. We're just tapping to ground ourselves and get ready for this amazing card we have. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And Beth, your name just rolled again, so there's something good in here for you. I'd like us to start with our invoking divine right timing and divine right order, because I think it will, good morning, Barb, lay a great groundwork, a bigger picture, a container in which to hold this word and what it all stands for, especially for women, and see where we go. So let us start with, today the divine will show me the way. You repeat out loud. Claim it for yourself. Today the divine will show me the way. I am open to all signs and messages. Good morning, Maureen. Glad you're here. Welcome. We're up to 7 of you. Fabulous. And by the end of the day, we usually get to between 100 and 200, which I think is fabulous. Good morning, Joneel. Welcome. Let's set the intention that this one hits 300, 400, 500 people. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here, because this is going to be powerful. The perfect steps are already picked, and I am guided to them. Moving through the world open to constant help gets easier and easier with practice. Can you tell which one I need to practice? Moving through the world open to constant help gets easier and easier with practice. And we aren't shooting for perfect here. We're looking for adequate. We need to be adequate at this stuff. Then we can polish it and hone it and shine it up. But we don't have to immediately expect to be perfect. And interestingly, that leads right into this card and what I want to say about this card. So let us begin. Virtues Reflection Cards by the Virtues Project. A set of 108 contemplative cards to help you awaken your spirit and live by your deepest values. And this is a word that many of us probably wouldn't apply to ourselves, but I think it's so important that we do and that we believe it. Confidence. Confidence. Ah, I hear you, Barb. I hear you. Confidence. So let's take a breath. Let it go. And allow. Open to receiving these words and an aspect of these words that can help move you into a more confident state. And again, I have things to say about this. I know you're surprised. Confidence. Confidence is having faith in ourselves and in life. We feel capable and competent. There was a period of time where I had a mantra that when I think I was in graduate school at that point, and graduate school was intimidating for me. My parents are the first generation off the farm. Nobody had a higher education. I had an uncle who had gotten some credits, college credits. Good morning, Nancy. Glad you're here. But it was not a path that my family had followed. So confidence was something that, and graduate school, when my advisor, my undergrad advisor said to me, "Where are you going to graduate school?" I looked at him puzzled and said, "What's graduate school?" I had no idea. No idea. That was not part of my family history. No idea. So, obviously, when I went to graduate school, I wasn't overly confident. And so my mantra as I was walking to school across the Clark Fork River in Missoula, Montana, to the University of Montana Psychology Department, every step was, I am confident and competent. I'm confident and competent. I'm confident and competent. Over and over and over and over. And I survived. I got through graduate school. They gave me a degree. On we go. So, confidence. We trust that we have the strength to cope with whatever happens. Confidence helps us be free of worry. When we are confident in others, we believe in them and rely on them. There's that interdependence I was talking about yesterday. We build confidence as we learn from our mistakes and improve for the better. Exactly. Yes, I had no conception of moving on beyond high school. I was going to be a secretary, like my mother. Yep. Did that for a co-op job my senior year and was like, oh, hell no. That was not my skill set. So, what I want to say about this sentence, we build self-confidence as we learn from our mistakes and improve for the better. American society has a long way to go on this one, especially for women. So, let's look at what we do when someone makes a mistake. Do we laugh and jeer and point our fingers? Do we go, oh, don't do that again? Come on, people. Come on, people. So there was a meme going around recently. Actually, no, it wasn't either a meme. It was a post on LinkedIn it might have been, there's one woman's group that I follow that's really, really good stuff. But the gist of this was, if you want to get a sense of why women don't take risks, want to be sure before they decide anything, etc., she showed this demonstration. It was the social media response to two individuals having the exact same experience. One was male, one was female. So it was a rodeo, and it was a riding competition. It was the horse that bucks, whatever. So this guy gets flipped off over the head of the horse, gets a little bit trampled, whatever. It's posted on social media, but there's very little response. Kind of like, oh yeah, that's part of the process, on we go. A woman, a world-class rider, this particular horse bucks her off. She gets a little bit trampled. 12,000, it was either 1,200 or 12,000 comments, most of a derogatory nature. Well, if she weren't so damn fat, who the hell does she think she is? Why is she doing that in the first place? That's a guy's sport. Blah, 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 blah. Now, if obviously she has tenacity, or she wouldn't have gotten to where she's gotten, right? But if she didn't have tenacity, let's say she was young and she was just starting this process, she might quit. She might quit. We need to get to the point where we reinforce people's efforts for everything. Hey, you tried. I know you got hurt. Let's pick you back up, dust you off. What do you think you could do differently? You did this, and this fabulously. The only thing that was off a little bit was that. Tweak it. Let's see what happens. We need to be encouraging of people's mistakes, of women's mistakes. We need to be encouraging of women's mistakes. They are our opportunity to learn. They are exactly how we learn. If we aren't willing to fail, we aren't willing to learn. Would someone post that? That just came through. I don't know where that came from. If we aren't willing to fail, we aren't willing to learn. Yeah. I feel that one because there's been so many things where I've pulled up short because I wasn't confident I could do it. And it's like, try it. Fall flat on your face. Get back up. Do it again. I've just, with the intentional community stuff, the confidence struggle has been present. And so a friend of mine sending me this video of this older woman from Washington State who couldn't get anyone to build what she wanted, so she decided to do it herself. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm going to write that down on a card and plop that on my desk. I need to be more willing to fail. And I need to be more willing to take the heat that's likely to go along with that. There's been some this week. There's been some, what do I want to call it? Yeah, I don't even know what word to put to it. But it's that stuff that makes you go, oh, really? Well, I don't know. There's a reason we're moving forward with this. There's a reason it's in my face. There's a reason, there's a passion to make this thing happen. We build confidence, self-confidence as we learn from our mistakes and improve for the better. Confidence brings the strength to try new things, to gain mastery through practice. Think about when we were little kids. Wanted to learn to whistle, sat on the front porch and whistled through that hole in our teeth until we got it, right? Wanted to learn to ride a bike, pedal, fall over. Pedal, fall over. Pedal, fall over, cry, get back up, wait till tomorrow, pedal. Yeah, we had tenacity at that point. What happened to it? How did it get trained out of us? I don't think we gave it up willingly. How did it get trained out of us? Undertones of apprehension. Okay, breathe into that apprehension. Breathe. You'll watch people, watch Olympians. What do they do before they go do their thing? They breathe. Keep the energy moving. Keep the breath moving. Keep yourself active in life. I'm talking to myself here also. With confidence, we cast off self-limiting beliefs and doubts. I said to a client the other day, do not try to talk yourself out of it. Do not try to talk yourself out of your guilt, your fear, your worry, your shame, any of that stuff. Talking ain't going to do it. You're just going to go round and round and round in your head. Acknowledge that stuff. I am afraid to try this. Here I go. Do it anyway. Get into action. Make something happen. As Mary Kay Ash would say, nothing happens until somebody sells something. So if all the beauty consultants were sitting there in fear, nothing's going to happen. There's Diane. Hi there. She's my director in Mary Kay. Yes, false evidence appearing real. Yes, out it goes. We are done with that. With confidence, we cast off self-limiting beliefs and doubts. We offer our gifts as a worthy contribution. I was talking to a group of women yesterday, my coffee group, my beloved coffee group, and we were talking about one of the women called herself boring. She is anything but boring, but her perception of herself was she was boring. To the person in that group, we all had our things. I said, my perception of myself is I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a pain in a lot of people's ass because I'm willing to say what I think and what I feel. And a lot of people are la 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 la. They just want to be Midwest nice. So, offer our gifts as a worthy contribution. When opportunity comes, we step up to it. We just say yes. Good morning, Janine. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And the quote, we have our affirmations, which please feel free to pick one and make it yours for the day. But we also have a quote, and it's actually Hebrews 10:35. Do not, therefore, throw away your confidence, for it carries a great reward. So if you swing at the ball and you miss and you fall down and someone laughs, get back up, dust yourself off, take another swing. The more times you swing, the more likely it is you're going to connect with the ball. Keep going. Just keep going. And if you need support for that, holler. Send me a private message. Put something in the feed. You will get a ton of feedback from our lovely little practical rebels here. We carry each other. We support each other. All right? So, the practice of confidence. Here's the I statements. Pick out one that resonates for you. I have the strength to face what life brings me. I act with self-assurance. I treat others as trustworthy. I think this is the one I'm picking, this next one. I bless my mistakes and learn from them. Thank you, Abigail. I appreciate that. I bless my mistakes and learn from them. Love that. I patiently practice until I master something. Where did we ever get the idea that we're going to be good at something right off the bat? Most of us are not. We have to do things for a while, learn what doesn't work, tweak the process, and then do what works. It's a process. We need to allow ourselves the process. Ooh, wait, got one for that too. Embrace the process, release the outcome. Just pay attention to the process. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right. I bless my mistakes and learn from them. I patiently practice until I master something. I fully express my talents and ideas. That's an important one also. How many of us have squelched some aspect of who we are? Like, I'm big, loud, and noisy. There have been so many places in my life where that really hasn't been valued much. Sorry, it is. It's who I am. So big, loud, and noisy is what you get. I fully express my talents and ideas. Yes, thank you, Abigail. Love that one. I maintain a positive attitude. And here in our Practical Rebels group, as we maintain a positive attitude together and we lift each other up, we can then spread that out from ourselves. Think about that. If you impact 6 people, and I impact 6 people, and those 6 people and 6 people impact 6 more people each, do you know it only takes 18 iterations of that to cover everybody on the face of the earth? I love that. And someone will say, well, that's not logical or reasonable or what. I don't want to be logical and reasonable. I want to have big, hairy, audacious goals. Let's have everybody blessing their mistakes and learning from them. How fabulous is that? I am thankful for the gift of confidence. It helps me to contribute fully and freely. So if you're sitting around the conference table having a conversation about something, don't be the person who says, I'm sorry, but. No. Here's my input. Take it, leave it, do whatever. Here's my input. So I hope this kind of got you thinking about confidence and your own self-confidence and where you're at with that and the people you're around and who builds your self-confidence and who tries to tear it down. Consciously or subconsciously, start addressing that. You know, I notice every time I put an idea forth, you poo-poo it. What's going on with that? Put it out there. Have a conversation. So, your mission for today, should you choose to accept it, is pick one of those statements. Make it your mantra. Think about confidence. Talk with others about confidence. Share that story about the horse riders in the rodeo. Let's take a look at what's happening here and make the corrections that need to be made. We are half of the world's population. Let's allow ourselves to contribute all that we have. See you tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.